guys, what's happening? Well, it's time again for another pond video. Pond videos do really well, so we're just gonna keep on rocking and rolling and keep on making this thing evolve. Right now the pond is still pretty green, but you'll see here in a second the fish are still doing great. Coming up for more. So all of these guys are doing great. The water is just green. The water needs more movement and the water needs more plants. So that's what we're gonna do. So this tank right here is gonna turn into a planter slash nursery. And the water is gonna pump out of the big pond into this pond, running through another biofilter, and then drain back into the big pond. So it's just gonna be way more circulation. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. You guys are gonna come along with that. So let's get started. So what we have here is basically a shower drain. I'm gonna drill out a hole and put it right about here. And the way this thing works is hold on. The way this thing works is you got a couple rubber gaskets. This screws in, and we're gonna sandwich the pond side between it, and it should be a perfect seal. All right, so that's what we're gonna get started with. Alright, so what I did was I traced a circle of the drain, and then I drilled a bunch of little holes. And now I'm going to use a Dremel tool and finish this all out. It's a lot cheaper than buying a hole saw. They're just like 35 bucks each, and I just can't afford that right now. So this is what we're going to do, and I think it's going to work out perfect. Well guys, I have to admit, that is not my prettiest work, but I have a fix for that big gap. Plus this gets sandwiched, and really the only area I have to worry about is right here, so it's going to be sealed up perfectly. And just like that, we have a drain. And it is sealed up perfect. I got a little bit of that gasket material seeping out the sides, and that's exactly what I want. That is never going to leak. Alright, time to move on to the next project. Alright guys, so this is one of my old filters that I kind of made myself, like a filter box basically. Well, I'm going to make this into kind of a drip, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. Alright, and this is kind of what I came up with. So I'm going to have the plastic bio balls inside here. The water is going to come out, and it's just going to drip out of these. And I think that's going to be like a good flow, and it's going to cause oxidation, because the more you stir up the water, the better it is for oxygen. And I kind of dig that. It'll look cool inside that planter. guys, so what we've done here is we have my 110-gallon stock pond that we used as a holding pond when we were moving ponds all around in our first pond video. I think it's going to be great. This water has been sitting in here for a day and it's been treated for chlorine. So this is going to be kind of like a water change, water add kind of deal. Everything's going to get mixed around. It should work great. We've had over 100-degree weather here in South Carolina lately, and we just have a huge algae bloom. So we're going to be adding all kinds of plants to try to fix this algae bloom right now. So Vertigo 117 asked me on one of my other pond videos what kind of pumps I use. Well, this particular pump is the one here in the middle. This is a 620 GPH made by Creekstone. You can get these at Harbor Freight here in the States. I'm not really sure where in Belgium. The one that has the pre-filter on it that runs the waterfall there, that is a 1500 GPH. So what I'm going to do today is a little bit of pond maintenance, pump maintenance, and some rearranging. And I'm gonna get started with getting my feet wet. So guys, I don't know if you know this, but don't ever use chlorinated water to clean your filters. Just use their pond water to clean your filters. And then what you can do is take that and pour it onto your plants, because your plants love this stuff. And that's all you got to do. Back in. So what you would call this is a mechanical pre-filter. And this kind of keeps gunk from getting into your actual pump. I suggest everybody get one of these. I'll post a link to this. I got this off of Amazon. I'm not sure the exact maker, but I will post this product in the description below. And I think I'm gonna move the pump. That wasn't actually what I was envisioning, but hey, it'll work. Now, if that pump was just pumping water into this, that would be a lot faster flow. But it's also doing this fountain. I was hoping to use the big pump to do fountain and the waterfall because it's a bigger pump, but it doesn't have the right connections to be able to do that. So this pump is going to have to be doing double duty for a little while until we can get like a solar. Alright guys, so here we are, the finished product. We've done a lot of work just kind of moving some rocks around, getting some plants. You know, here, I'll give you a walkthrough. I'll be completely honest with y'all. I have been waiting probably like 3 or 4 days to finish out this video to see if the water would clear up. It hasn't. We've had a cool front come in, and it's still green. So I'm hoping that it'll clear up because of all the movement. But what I've done is I put this pipe in. We're of course going to color this something a little bit more natural colored, but this is kind of V1 if you want to say. I drilled some holes in the bottom to get like a rain action, but this pump right here is pumping water into here, and it's also fountaining at the same time. So, and it's moving water really well, and that pump's only 650 GPH, so I'm pretty pleased with how it's doing. We got our little filter box right here that's got a nice natural trickle to it. I don't want to have too much agitation in this tank because right now I don't have any fish in here. If I ever do turn this into a nursery as well as a planter, then I'll put some bubblers in it. But for now, I'm really just wanting things to settle to the bottom so it'd be more nutrients for the plants. And I'm going to end up putting more lily pads. It's a little late in the season to start transplanting plants, but on the other hand, I need the plants. So I'll try to figure out maybe some winter type plants or cooler weather plants. We never really drop below 40 for too long here in South Carolina. I'm in the southern part of South Carolina, so. But yeah, this is what we got going on. We got our gardenias that are going to blossom a lot in the spring. We got a hibiscus. We got a little Halloween action going on, and we have our poinsettias over here. We're going to end up, when it gets cooler, we're going to end up having to bring them inside. But the bugs seem to like it, so that's more organic food for the fish. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this pond video. So I'm just gonna say what I always say: like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, by the way, for over 1,000 views. So whoever's watching this, thank you so much. And I'm hoping to grow a lot more, guys. I'm gonna keep it going. We'll see you next time. Smash the bell.